Hi, I'm DeQuincy, and we're going to be watching an extrication drill. This involves a direct lift of a child who will be passive, non-spinal, in water that is 1.5 foot deep. We're going to use one rescuer for this drill. What I'd like to do is I'd like to watch the drill and then go back and do a drill breakdown for the benefit of those new lifeguard instructors and in-service trainers. Here we go. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a breakdown of this, see what works and what can be improved upon. What you're noticing is we're using a real child, which is if you have the accessibility and the opportunity to use kids for this type of in-service training, I highly recommend it. Now, before you jump into it, remember, you got to identify the kids, probably in your swim lesson group or your junior guard program. You got to get the buy-in of the parents that they are going to let you do this with their kids. You got to train the kids, and you got to get a waiver signed. So that's a lot of things to happen prior to you doing the training. And again, you still haven't trained the child to be an appropriate victim for this. So if you do all those things, there's some great benefits. Now, let's go ahead and see what's happening here. Who is the person holding that child? That person is a handler. And I'm going to recommend that you have a handler for every child or every 2 children that you have in an in-service training. The handler's responsibility is to advocate for the child's welfare, meaning that they're going to monitor if the kid is scared, hungry, tired, getting cold, and usually you'll find that in-service training is children get cold quicker than your lifeguards. So you're going to have to rotate them out. So we have a handler here. This child that you see is 4 years old, and that is highly unusual. The age that you'll find most kids that are willing to actually participate with you is between 8 to 12. Again, a 4-year-old's highly unusual. We had the blessing that this is a child of the recreational supervisor that was there. She agreed, he agreed, and we got the privilege to film him and utilize him. All right, so let's see how he does. All right, he's in the water. He's passive. He's slightly submerged. He's lifeless. Again, very realistic. This looks fantastic. And we see the lifeguard, the rescuer, just moving, hustling over there to grab the child. And that's what we want to see. We want to see that quick response. We want to see that the rescuer is ready to do what it takes to get there. This is the thing that's nice about using a real victim. If you're using a mannequin is stiff. And there's a certain awkwardness on how to hold a mannequin. Your lifeguards don't take it seriously, the whole in-service training. But what you find here is that when your rescuers or your lifeguards have to lift a real body up, there's a certain amount of like, oh, I've got to cradle the body. The body is collapsing into me. I've got to cradle the head. I've got to pull this victim close in to work on my center of balance. And it makes it real. And this is what I encourage you in your in-service to find some kids and families that are willing to help you out. Okay? Moving quickly. Now, you'll see that this rescuer is moving to the closest deck. All right? However, if we look back here, the deck where the handler is looks a lot closer. I'm recommending, and this is what this rescuer does, which is fantastic. He identifies that this deck is a deck that I could actually provide better care than the other deck, which is only about 2 feet wide. All right, additional staff can assist him on this deck, which is great. And then as he lays the victim out, again, the benefits of having a child victim, he can lay the victim out. He's cradling the head, and as he gently lays the head down, he opens up the child's airway, which is nice. Again, what we're hoping for in this drill is that once you put the victim onto the deck, you're immediately going to go in and start doing a primary assessment by opening up the airway, and we hope to see the child to start to spontaneously breathe. Okay? Really nice work. Really nice work done by this rescuer. All right? Thanks for watching.